Hey everybody, so we're back at it again. I just want to show you her skin since the right treatment was found. Hold on. Community, come here. Little girl. See? I don't know, it looks dark on my end. See? It got so much better. It's almost gone. Shout out to Neighborhood Vet Care. They are, and I just want to plug them a little bit. So it's in my town where I live. But Neighborhood Vet Care, or any vet that is associated with your local ASPCA or SPCAs. If you're in the South, they're called SPCAs, and if you're in the North, they're called ASPCA. Anyway, go to them. I mean, yes, go to other vets too, but I have two vets for them because she is a service dog. So I do have two vets. So one, her main vet, the one I trust with everything with her, is SPCA. That's who I trust. Not because they're any better, but because they literally have a mission to save dogs, because they are part of the SPCA. And all the money that you spend on their treatments, no matter how much you spend, goes directly to the shelter. So they have it on the wall. I should have taken a picture of it. They have it on the wall where if you spend a certain amount, what happens is it can go to keep a shelter dog for the rest of their life until they're adopted. Then how much we spent went to go to, because every time I go with her, she's pooping, that's what I'm not showing you. But every time I go with her, I gotta spend money because she's allergic to, I believe she's allergic to herself. I really do. Grass and herself. But, oh, nice pootie. But, yeah, so basically, the amount we spent, somebody out there is able to adopt their puppy for free because of the amount we spent. So I really do tell people that's her first vet. Her second vet is a neighborhood vet. Lives right around, is right around the corner from where I am. He's kind of pricey. I'm not even going to lie about it. But he works with the SPCA very closely. So, like, when I took her to go get her, the final everything to make her stop wearing that cone of shame, because of her allergies, they were so extreme this year, my vet had already sent the documents to SPCA. So, just think about it. Cost-wise, SPCA has programs where you can have different amounts that you pay. Depending on your situation, they will work with you. I'm not going to say they will, it's not free, but they will work with you. And they also, like, when we went, I had just spent with Mr. Kitty, he just took up, like, they each have a budget for the month on how much I spend on their care, like, meaning their medical. They have a medical budget and they have a fun budget, like a toy budget. So their medical budget for the month of, I think it was December, Kitty, he ate the whole budget for him, and he ate some of hers. So I was like, oh my goodness, because I didn't expect him to have a problem. But, and I took him to the neighborhood, like to the one in my neighborhood. But when I went to SPCA, I like, because they outline all the treatments. And in mine, at least, when I tell them, look, our budget is this for this visit, and I really can't go above. I wanted everything that has to be done. They do. They do the essentials to keep the dog healthy. And I love that. Other places I've gone to, you say that to them, they up there talking about dyeing their fur pink. How is dyeing her fur pink going to help her live? I mean, come on, like, stop trying to gouge me. So anyway, I'm just letting everybody know about that. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I've gained weight. Since the last video, I've gained weight. But, yeah, and I'm going back to work next week, so I'm excited about that. I got cleared of everything. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, God, whatever you want to call that the person we all came from, or the entity, whatever, the energy. Yeah, I'm just thankful because everything after a year, exactly a year, everything cleared and I'm able to go back and do what I need to do. So anyway, so that's it basically. It's just an update. Just want to tell you Community Dog is doing better. That's how she looks. No more cone of shame. I do have to still give her medicine for another 4 days, and it's an internal medicine, and then I have to give her a shampoo every 2 days, like twice a week rather. So I have to give her a shampoo, which she always gets anyway. Y'all saw her get a bath. So she's got to get that again. She had some ear problems, but again, because the allergy kind of got out of control this time, so it was in her ears too. But now, see, her ears are better. See, they're fluffy, and I was told she's a sniffer. Because at first I thought she was blind or going blind. And when I took her to SPCA, they just laughed. They said, I don't think she's blind. She's too young. And then they looked and they said, no, she could see. And then they watched her. They said, oh, she's a sniffer. And so I think it's the terrier in her. Come. Thank you. I think it's the terrier. But anyway, so be blessed, everybody. Just updating everybody and sharing information with you on how to care for our pets, because those who have the pets still in their home from 2020, it's difficult, right? It's difficult. I mean, I got her in 2018, so I hit right before the panini did, and it was stressful. I mean, at that time I was making a lot more money. I wasn't injured. Oh, I heard the yelling. It's the neighbor. She's talking to somebody else. But yeah, so there was a lot of changes that I had already done, and she came in and it was still stressful. Your budget stretches, and then when they keep getting sick when they're younger and whatever, it's stressful. I understand, but there are resources, guys, to help every situation that you're in. Trust me. It's not even a pride thing, hopefully. SPCA or ASPCA, go to them. They can help you. Some of them have them in the county where you live. If you're in the South, they definitely have them in the counties, But I trust them with everything with her. And they love her so much. Every time she sees them, they love her. She loves them. They allow her to counter surf when they're, writing up things on her, and they just love them. Her other vet, he loves her too. He's a private vet. He's really expensive, but I still keep her there because he's close to home, and Oreo loves him and he loves her. So I know he's going to be, on average, he's like $100 more on average than SPCA. So anyway, and it's also good with SPCA because they're not a government agency, but they kind of are. It's weird. So it's almost like a clinic, but it's good because they give the top treatment. They can do surgery, like whatever they suggest, is legit, right? It's not like, oh, let's do this. Like with my other dog, I went to a place because she had a stroke and I didn't realize it. Like, she was home with me and I knew something was wrong, so I put her in the car. She had a stroke. She was recovering herself from the stroke. And then this private company said, oh, let's do surgery because she has these huge tumors. And I'm like, yeah, because she's 17, and she was mixed pit with something else. I said, she's 17 years old. Like, she's going to have a tumor. And they said, oh, it could be cancerous, trying to get more money out of me. And I said, because, I have gifts. I said to them, that's not cancerous. Those are benign. They said, how do you know? We didn't run any tests. I said, I'm telling you it is. Of course, they had me over a barrel because she was already in the back. And I was like, go ahead. I called SPCA. They said, don't do it. But because they've prepped her for surgery, you don't want to move her so quickly, and make your own decision. So erring on the side of think it's going to save her. I let them do it. I let them do surgery to remove the tumor. They removed the tumor, and guess what? Her heart gave out right after surgery because she was 17. So anyway, I said, for a while I was really mad at myself. I was down on myself. I was like, you don't deserve no more dogs because of that situation, and you should have just said no. And, but then when SPCA looked at all the records, they assured me. They said even if she didn't have the surgery, they said she only had maybe another year because her heart had enlarged so much, and she was going in heart failure. So they was like, she only had like another year, maybe 6 months. They said, so, you did the best you could, and they didn't fault me, and they helped me understand it. And I just always like that, help me out. Don't judge me. Don't continue to beat me over the head for something I'm doing to save my dog. So this one right here will not go through that at all. But anyway, so just to let you guys know, if you're struggling out there, trust me, we all are with our pets. SPCA is best, or ASPCA, or even if you need food for your animals, you can normally go to, again, I'm in the South, so you can go to, I go to like the county, meaning like on days, like especially when I was healing, and I couldn't drive and everything else. So the county had a program where they would bring leftover dog food to people that qualified, and I qualified, so they would bring us tons of, like, 2 huge bags of dog food, and the cat had like 3 to 8 cans of food, and that was just only until I went shopping the next 2 weeks, so there are resources out there. It depends on the area you live in. It depends on a lot of different factors, but come on. But you can go out there. There are doggy co-ops, pet owner co-ops, where private citizens, it's more resources they get. Like they'll go to Walmart or something and get resources for the month and hand it out to everybody in the co-op. So there are services out there to help you with your pet. Don't feel like you can't get help. Don't feel like you're alone. Don't feel like the only thing you have to do, because, yes, the rent's a lot, and the dog is an option for some people, because she's a service dog. She's not an option for me. But, don't feel like you have to make drastic decisions that your heart's going to hurt. There are services. I'm going to link some below that are national, but there are services out there. These animals, I'm a proponent of not only adopting, but, I am trying to open up my own dog sanctuary, and it's going to be open for all 50 states. That's kind of why I got this YouTube channel, to help with my gifts, and meaning to share my gifts, and also doing a lot of personals, just trying to get those done. But YouTube is a broader channel for me to reach people. I did have a GoFundMe for the sanctuary. I'm gonna try to link that below too. So my sanctuary is gonna be in the state that I live in. I don't want to say the state just yet, because I'm still new to YouTube. But in the state that I live in, and it's going to be open to all the states in the United States, all of them. Mississippi, I'm going to have about 20% space just for them, because there's a lot of dogs down there that need some assistance. And what happens is you send your dog to me, meaning the shelter will send the dogs, or they'll send dogs that are strays. I'm looking to partner with nonprofits that also rescue dogs, so that we can just have this huge network of just loving people waiting for these dogs. So a lot of the dogs that come in the sanctuary, they're going to stay there forever. That's their home. That's it. It's going to be like a water park in there. It's going to be really great. I'm working with a designer now, engineer. So, trying to see whatever, but I just need to get this space. So that's why I'm trying to get this YouTube channel. Thank you so much for my subbies. I'm not putting anybody down. Thank you. But I'm trying to get monetized so I can open it. It's called Forever Home. like FUR, right? Forever Home. And I also want to have it where I'm training, where it's a facility that, come on, Popo. It's a facility that also can be used by law enforcement to train and also to vacation their dogs, their service dogs. We got to love on them because they only have about 8 years of service in them. Okay, so, and they can also live there if they want. So it's going to be like a training center also. And a lot of the dogs that come in, they're coming in only from shelters. That's the business model. They're only coming in from shelters because those are the capacity. That's the urgent need right now. It's going to be, I have a real estate agent, and he's also pricing out for me 40 to 50 acres. It's in a protected area of the state I live in. And the local shelter that's in that area, let me tell y'all, the shelter I'm talking about looks like a Swiss ski thing. That's how big they are in their dogs. But it's a protected land space, and they're very excited about the opportunity. They're also looking for me to deed it to them, so when I pass on, 60 years from now, it can keep going. It'll be deeded to the state. So it won't close. There won't be any kind of getting rid of dogs because I can't, I lost my license. No, it's going to be a beautiful place. Like I said, it's called Forever Home. I already have an EIN number. It is going to be open to all of the United States. Come here. And, we are focusing on, I want to link up with this organization that flies in rescue dogs. I forget their name, but I've hit them up a few times, on TikTok. So I'm really out here making moves, and that's why it's so important for this channel to continue growing, loving on each other, everything. Thank you for watching my videos. I'm getting closer and closer to monetization. So, sorry, I just came inside. Closer to monetization so that I can make Forever Home a reality. The other dogs that will be with me in the sanctuary, some of them, because they're work dogs, some of them are work dogs, they will get evaluated, and some of them will go to work. Some of them will be service dogs. Some of them will be dogs, police dogs, just whatever. So it's not just they're sitting on grass, all day long, which is not negative either, but, just trying to think of ways to make their life have purpose. All right, everyone, I'm going to go inside now. Speak to you later. Thank you for watching. Spirit Guide, bye.